Hello friends and clock fans, welcome back to the channel, and it's time to do the thing. You know, the thing that I haven't done in over 2 years now. That's right, it is a clock collection update. Now, a few things before we get started. First of all, I do apologize, this is only a partial collection update because half of my clocks are across the country, so I can't show them to you. But maybe someday I will make a video showing all of the clocks in one place. For now, however, this will be an update of the clocks in my apartment. Another thing to mention is because of my apartment being the way it is, I actually only ever run 2 of the clocks at a time, so most of these clocks will not be running as I show them to you. And also, because of how I had to set them up, I won't be able to go into super detail about these clocks. But if you want to know more, I've posted all of them individually on my channel, so by all means go and take a look, and you'll see all the details you could wish to find. Alrighty! Without further ado, let's start off with this German box wall clock by the Mauthe Clock Company out of Germany, made sometime in the early 1930s, striking on a Bim-bam, 3 rods, half hour and hour. Okay, that is the Mauthe wall clock. Also, another apology, I do apologize for any background noise. There is construction going on in our apartment building, and there just isn't much I can do about that, but hopefully it won't be too noisy. Okay, next up on the list is my 1911 Junghans Westminster Chiming bracket clock. Typical German bracket clock of the time, and sounds quite nice. That is the 1911 Junghans bracket clock. Next to it is another bracket clock, and one that I recently featured on the channel, This is a fairly uncommon circa 1910 Westminster Chiming bracket clock by Karl Werner of Germany, which also sounds and looks quite lovely. All right, next up in line is my 1930s Mauthe mantel or shelf clock, Westminster Chiming. Alrighty, now for a slight change of pace. Next to this clock is my circa 1914 American Seth Thomas Sonora number 57 4-bell Westminster Chiming clock. always so amazing to hear this clock in contrast with chime rods. All right, next up is an old friend that's been with me for most of my clock collecting journey. This is a 1904 American Ansonia Pulford striker mantel clock, which strikes the half hour and number of hours on a large cathedral gong. After that, we have my German circa 1928 up to maybe 1932 Kienzle Westminster Chiming Napoleon hat or tambour style mantel clock. One of my favorites. Okay, now time to tackle the clock shelf. And I'm sure that many of these will be familiar to any of you who have watched my previous clock collection posts. So, starting top to bottom, let's start with my circa 1927 American Herschede mantel clock, which chimes Westminster and Canterbury chimes. It has a Model 10 movement, and it recently got new hammer leather, so it sounds extra nice. That's the Herschede. Next up, or down, as that may be, is my circa 1926 Hamburg American Clock Company Celebrate mantel clock, model number 805, chiming Westminster and Trinity, Trinity in this case. Alright, that is the 805, and beneath it is another Hamburg American Clock Company Celebrate clock. This one is a Westminster only model, number 840, circa 1927 or 1928. Okay, and beneath that Celebrate is yet a third, although this one is actually not a Celebrate, because by the time this clock was made, the Celebrate trademark had pretty much expired, but it is basically a Celebrate clock, marketed for Mappin and Webb and sold in Canada. So this one was made around 1932. It is the number 895 and is also a Westminster and Trinity chimer. Playing Trinity sounds quite different from the first one. Alrighty, and finally, here are the two clocks in my bedroom. Starting off with my French Odo 36 1930s Westminster Chiming wall clock. That is the Odo wall clock. And last but not least is my circa 1928 or 1929 German Kienzle Westminster Chiming box wall clock. Okay, and that, friends and fans, is my apartment clock collection as it currently stands. If you have any comments or questions or want to know more, by all means do let me know in the comments. If you have any more information about the clocks that I might have missed, also feel free to share them in the comments. I hope you have enjoyed watching all of these fantastic clocks, and I look forward to showing you more clocks and potentially the other half of my collection just as soon as I can get to it. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and have a good one.